Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday once again. How is everybody? It's good to see everyone this morning. See a lot of very familiar faces, even more familiar as the days progress here. It's good to see a good turnout. Okay, so for our coffee chat today, it is August 16th. So things are chugging along, mid-August here. Is there any new residents this morning that want to say hello? Okay. All right. So today in Marion Hall, there is a virtual documentary. It starts at 10 o'clock. Every Tuesday, there's something usually going on at Marion Hall at 10 o'clock. This is a PBS Cornerstone. It's an older documentary about the history of North Minneapolis, and it was co-produced with University of Minnesota and another entity. My idea about having this documentary about North Minneapolis is I have had so many residents come up and chit-chat with me about their experience growing up in North Minneapolis. So there's quite a few people here. So the idea is, shout out. So the idea is for this documentary to bring up some memories and some conversation. And I think, Norma, you were saying that maybe your friend might be joining us today for the doc.
I just heard from her and she had something come up.
Okay.
She loved it.
Okay, fantastic. So I would like to be the person that come to me if you have ideas, if there's something that's on your radar that you would like to focus on to bring up conversation and to gather together. I'm happy to try to get that on the schedule. All right, so moving on then, of course today. Pardon me? Can you hear me, Dorothy?
Some of us can't hear.
Okay, sorry, is that better?
It's much better.
Sorry about that. Okay, I'm still figuring this out. It'll take a little bit of time. So let's say today is our birthday celebration. So it starts at 3 o'clock. This is when we have snacks and appetizers and a beverage. And it will be wine. And then also, of course, we'll have soda and water in addition to that. Then we move on to the entertainment, which is Bobby and Christine, and it's a singing duel, and that will also be in Marion Hall. So, and then the 5 o'clock is the birthday dinner.
Save the seat for you.
Say that again? Okay. So Bobby and Christine, so at 3:30. And then, August 17th, Wednesday, we have TED Talks as usual, and that starts at 1 o'clock. There's 3 of them. What I learned about freedom after escaping North Korea is unimaginable. That's the first one. The second one is family, hope, and resilience on the migrant trail. And the third is, are we alone in the universe? So it should be interesting topics. And also on the 17th, 11 to 1 is Mary's Medical Research. And that's located in the atrium here, right in front of the trading post. And she had handed me a little write-up here. It is tomorrow's stunning selection of quilted tote bags, dolly hand towels for your oven rack, as well as children, adult aprons, and heat-proof oven mitts and hot pads. And purses, jewelry, and for your game-playing friends. Oh, mahjong purses. There we go, mahjong purses. So again, it looks like there's vintage jewelry as well. So if you're interested in that, come support that tomorrow on the 17th. And then also on Wednesday is our alterations from 3 to 4. And August 18th is our excursion to high tea at Lowell Inn, and then shopping in Stillwater. So I just want to let you know that the list has been made. Phone calls should have gone out yesterday, and we do have the final list for you. I want to reiterate that you have to bring cash or a credit card. They do not take checks. They don't want checks. So cash or credit cards, and I believe it's $26.63 is the $26.63 is the cost for this, so just make sure you're prepared so that when you go, you're not at loss there. And then make sure that you're aware of the departure time for that as well. And I'll have a list out there for the final list. You can double check it if your name's on there, if you haven't received a phone call for some reason. If there's cancellations, of course, we'll reach out and let you know Thursday. So that is that. Let's see, Thursday also, 10 a.m., there's a vision loss support group in Marion Hall. At 11 a.m., again, there's coffee chats. Let's see here, yeah, coffee chats at 9 and 11, pardon me, 9 and 11. Okay, let's see, sing along also on Thursdays at 6:30 in the lobby of Marion Hall, so if you're wanting to go attend and be together and sing, absolutely show up and have some fun. Friday the 19th is 1 p.m. coffee chats, 4 p.m. happy hour, and of course the movie of Friday is Marley and Me, and that's a funny one about newlyweds who move, buy their first house, get a yellow Labrador puppy. They name Marley, who's very mischievous, and he's a handful. So come join in and giggle along to that movie. Saturday also is our ladies' luncheon at the Good Earth at the Galleria, and that leaves at 12. The reservations are for 12:30. And I left a little wiggle room to walk around, but the notes of when the departure of the van will be given to you on Saturday as well. So make sure you're aware of that so that you don't miss your van to get home. And of course, there's always the 8 a.m. men's breakfast on Saturday that they would leave at 8 a.m. So in regards to the calendar that went out for September, the sign-up list is up there. Start signing up. One of the Tuesdays, 10 o'clock, the last Tuesday in the month, there's only room for 10 people, and it's our tech session on iPad use. So I think there's already 2 people signed up. So if you have an iPad and you want to ask questions from an expert, make sure you get your name on there. There's Twins tickets to sign up for. There's all kinds of fun things. So make sure that you're aware that the list is out. And if you'd like to go, get yourself on there. I don't know if there's anything else. I think that's it. Yeah? And that's giggling at me yet again. Okay, I'll hand it over to Jeff.
Thank you, Jillian, and good morning. Jillian, thank you for getting the newsletter and calendar out so promptly. Isn't that nice? Yes. Go ahead and clap. I want to tell you about, we had a staff meeting yesterday, and there were some comments directed at me this morning, and I think that we could just do a little house cleaning here, or reminders. Jillian was saying that we go to the Lowell Inn, and it's cash or credit card. And what should we do? What do we do if people get there and they don't have cash or credit card? Because it will happen. So do we say, you do not get on that van until you show that you have cash or credit card? You're darn right we do. We're not going to get there and embarrass the rest of the group because some of us can't take a little bit of personal responsibility. And I am not even remotely trying to wag my finger at anyone. I'm just saying we've got to have things the way they are and do it. And we could talk every day. Hey, when you're done with your cart, bring it downstairs. Return it. Someone said to me, it's not just one cart here, one cart there. It's every floor. And so I know that I'm looking at some of you, and you folks are guilty of leaving carts. It's okay, we still love you. Just return the damn carts. Washers and dryers, get your clothes out of the washer and dryer. Don't, just be good neighbors. You all, one of the best reasons for living here is your neighbors. And the thing that I realized two things this week. The first one was every day, someone that lives at Ridgepoint checks on the welfare of one of their neighbors. That is exactly how humans should behave and act, and it's beautiful. The other thing I realized is I love August and I hate August. I went up to the cabin this last weekend, and August is great because the weather is always beautiful. But the lake, the weeds, and the algae are absolute full. I'm walking the dog around my house, and the woods are just overgrown. It's like in Minnesota, things pop up in May, and in 2 months they mature into just an overgrown whatever. But the bad news is, the good news is fall's right around the corner, and then we all know what's around the second corner after fall. So anyway, sorry to muse for all you folks, but also, anyone notice we have our cameras out? The cameras are up. Oh, and they're on channel 990. Anyone notice that? We're going to have to change that. And I wish, also the cameras are up. They can read license plates. We talked about that. Until we figure out how to run them, we won't be able to read license plates. So we've got to call them, get them back out here, or find a manual and figure out how to do that. Also, the big willow tree on Chatham Field Road, that's a two-part process to take that down. The top half will fill their biggest truck once, and then they'll come back and take the bottom half to finish the job. Also, there will be more tree trimming and things going on around here this fall. Someone, did I tell you, someone asked me, they said, are there any new residents here today? All right. George Mickroot, could you come up a second? Someone asked me, it's nice when the new residents introduce themselves, but also there are some older residents, I should never say that, right? Some residents that have been around longer that maybe it would be nice to introduce those so the new residents get to know who they are, and some of the people that have lived here a while haven't crossed paths enough to introduce. Now, because George is a sucker, George is so cooperative all the time, I figured I'd have him lead us off. So George, tell us first off, introduce yourself and just tell us a little bit about yourself, if you would.
Hi, I'm George Mickroot. I grew up in Duluth, way far away from here. Can't hear me? That better? Okay. Many years ago, about 10 years ago, we lived here. And then we moved away to California, where I had a lot of fun, but my dear sweet wife loved the cold weather. So here we are again. And we enjoy it here. Every place has its plus and minuses. But I know a lot of people call me by name, and I do not remember names. I'm very sorry. So sometimes you have to reintroduce me to you, okay? And what is my name again? I can't remember. I am also on the council. I am the co-treasurer. It's been a job I've enjoyed. It's been a great challenge, especially when you get it without any help. Other than that, anybody have any questions for me? Good.
Where do you work?
Where do I work? I work part-time 3 days a week over at the PGA Golf Store, which is just a stone throw from here. So I get to walk to work and I get to walk back home. So I get all my steps in. I try to walk 4 to 5 miles a day.
And if you're not golfing, you're in my class. And if you're not golfing, you're in my class.
Yeah, Jillian keeps me well stretched out too, which is a great class. If nobody's gone to her class, you've got to go to her class. I finally got my wife started and she loves it. So I hear they even dance there. So, oh, speaking of dancing, you may have seen me dancing at the ice cream social. If not, well, I hear it might be on TV one day. Okay, I'm done.
That's enough, George. I didn't say it would be exciting the whole time. Jillian has one more thing to say.
The Eat Together, Labor Day, September 5th, 5 p.m., Marion Hall. Bring your own food. Just another reminder that's coming up. So it's not a potluck. Bring your own food. Meet new residents. Say hello to old residents. Friends, I should say. And just want to shout out for that.
If you could be a little better prepared next week, Jillian, I would appreciate that. I mean, now my momentum is stalled and I don't know what I'm going to do. Birthdays. Happy birthday to my little sister last Saturday. My little sister's 54. Today, Margie, what's the date today?
16.
August 16th. Margie, your birthday was yesterday? And Phyllis and Dolores, your birthdays are Thursday. Phyllis Yanowski and Dolores Minkema. And Sarah Janey, a new resident, is the 21st. Brenda Hayden and Marge Mark are the 22nd. We don't have any anniversaries, so who?
Not this, it's past. Oh, today. No, over here.
Joy?
I just mentioned we're going to start something new at dinner tonight to try to make it a little more festive. So anybody that has a birthday, we'll ask you to stand up and we'll sing happy birthday to you. We're going to try to get balloons, but I don't know if that's going to be possible. But we're just trying to make the dinner, the once a month birthday dinner, a little bit more festive. So we're working with Renee, so we don't interfere with the service, but we'll do it right away when people come in and get seated. So I hope that that works and people enjoy it. You don't have to say anything. We'll just have you stand up and sing happy birthday to everyone as a group.
Excellent. One thing on dinner reservations, if you sit with a group, make sure that you'll fill out the table request form. Make sure that everyone that's going to be at that table, that their names are on that form and that those people are all signed up to eat that night on the reservation sheet. So their name has to be in two places. One on the seating request and one on the reservations. Okay? Should we sing happy birthday? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear friends. Happy birthday to you. Have a good week, everybody.